Now, this is the second part where I am gonna be giving you guys, women, valid points on the scandal that just broke of Regina Daniels, when she is breaking down, and she is, that's a cry for help. When I saw the video, I saw that that is actually a cry for help, and unfortunately, I don't think she would be able to get out of that marriage. Now, Regina Daniels did get married when she was 19, and this man, I believe he was 59 at the time, very old. And this man was already a billionaire when they got married. Now, these are also the dangers of marrying someone who has a lot of money, girls. You have to take note of this. It is wise for you as a woman to have your own things, ne? Have your own things, and before you get into like whatever you want to get into, really consider the advantages and disadvantages of it. Ask yourself that, and ask yourself, are you willing, if this thing goes south, how is it gonna impact you? How are you gonna manage? Now, there is a danger in marrying someone who is very wealthy. There's danger to that, but I'm not advising against it. All I'm saying is that as a woman, want a full package for yourself. Don't just say, I want a man who is rich and has money. Want a full package for yourself. Want a man who's rich, who's moneyed, who respects you, who loves God and respects God, so that he will be able to respect you. That's a requirement that you should have as a woman, not just a man who is rich. There are men who are rich and they are doing all sort of things out there, wicked things, to their wives and their women. So as a woman, when you want a wealthy man, want a full package, a man who respects, who loves you, who honors you, even when he goes out, honors you when you are with him, honors you when you are not with him. A man who loves God's principles, a man who wants to make you happy every chance he gets. He wants to see you smiling and being happy. And what is happening to Regina Daniels, it's really far from that. Yes, she's called herself a billionaire, but look at her life. Walking barefoot in the middle of the night, crying. That's not love. Now, when I was looking at Ned Noko's profile, that man is a politician. That should tell you something. Politicians are very good with public image. They are very good. Hence the reason why they keep scoring votes. They keep getting votes. You will see that a certain political party is not doing what they promised to do, but people keep on voting for that political party. Now, that's just an example. So it's all a public image, So politicians are very good at portraying a beautiful, good public image. So the pictures that you see of Ned Noko when he's spending time with Regina Daniels and her kids, yes, it's what he loves and what he wants because it's his wife and kids. But not everything that's gold is gold, I'm trying to remember of that famous quote. So I'm just going to quickly come back to it. But I just want to just say this point really quick before I forget it. Now, that 5 minutes that Regina Daniels shares of her life, it's not her whole life. Now, these vloggers and these people who make content, they will share 3 minutes of their life, and you would believe that this is how they live. But in all honest, it's not how they live. They're just showing you what they want you to see. So for me, when I saw that video of Regina Daniel crying like that, I just saw that that's her reality, not the one she is portraying to us and showing to us. Just as singers, they will come sing in front of you about promiscuity and etc. But when they go home, they live a very straightforward life. So you just can see the reality of this world, right? And what people think and how they do things. It's very different. So this man knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's doing. And when I tell you guys that it's unfortunate that this is happening to Regina right now, and I honestly believe that it's not rosy. inside her marriage, and I am sure now that there are certain things that she is waking up to and seeing them for what they really mean. And it's the reality is catching up with her, you know and now she sees that, okay, I want out. But the reality is that I don't think she'll be able to get out of this marriage. If she does try hard, which is going to be a hard try when she does get to the point of wanting to go to just leave the marriage, I honestly believe it's not going to be easy. It's going to require a lot of sacrifices for her to leave. Like, she might not be going with everything that she got into that marriage. That man is very wealthy and influential, is a politician, so he can have a full custody of his kids with Regina Daniels. So for her leaving, it's not something that it's not gonna be a easy journey if she wants to leave. So those factors she has to consider. So hence the reason why I say that for Regina, it's not easy to leave a marriage like that. It's not gonna be easy. So the way that I see how this is gonna end, she will end up going back to her marriage, and she is gonna make a public statement of some sort, just to calm the chaos that is happening. And she's gonna make a statement of like, oh, maybe it was a prank, oh, maybe this and this, I was just breaking down, whatever. But there is a certain excuse that she will say just to calm the noise and regain that good public image of her husband, her marriage, and her kids. So there is no living for her. That's the price she is paying right now. And that is to say to you young girls that it is very dangerous to marry any wealthy man. There are certain things that you need to consider, and especially marrying young, I'm very much against that. Don't take decisions trying to live this fantasy that you have in your head. No. These men know what they're doing, and they know that there is a future in this, and you are just thinking for now. So this is the consequences of her decisions that she made when she was young. And I read with you guys a research on a woman's psychology that they say the frontal cortex, which is responsible for her decision making and planning and impulse control, is one of the last areas for a woman to mature. So when you are a pre-25, you don't think of such things. You are thinking, oh, I'm getting married to this man, money is going to make me happy, I'm just going to have everything that I want in my life. But you are forgetting that you are getting married to a wealthy narcissist, a man who is going to emotional abuse you until you throw yourself out of a building and die. And when they look back, they're like, but I did not push her. But they know that they pushed you with the emotional abuse that drove you to killing yourself. Now, when you want to get married, want a full package as a woman. So as women, you have to learn to be street wise. It's not enough of you being smart in other things. Like, okay, that's a good thing, being smart at school, but also learn about being streetwise, because whoever you decide to share certain parts of your life is very important. So she got married when she was young, and I honestly believe now that she's 25, she's waking up. She just celebrated her birthday a few weeks ago, and now it's finally hitting her that she sees now that I got married young. I was not properly matured to take that big decision, and the people who were supposed to protect me, they failed me. She is also realizing that the things that she has now, she could have gotten those things only if she had been patient, because she was already acting and eventually she was gonna be a big star. But she chose the other way around because she was thinking of money, beautiful things, fame, fortune. That's what she was thinking at the time, I believe, when she got married. But it's now that she's 25 years old and she's realizing that I could have gotten all these things myself without getting married to an old man who is doing one and two and three to me, and she's realizing that I could have gotten married to a wealthy man who loves me only, who is gonna be mine alone. I don't get to share him, and my kids don't get to share a father, because that man is a polygamous man. So it's not your husband alone, it's not the father of your kids alone. He's a father to more than 5 kids, so your kids are not that special. And now that she's 25, I believe she's realizing and waking up, because now a woman's brain is considered fully developed around the age of 25 to 30 years old. And now that she is 25, now she is realizing, because now she is fully developed, her brain is like fully developed. That's how it's considered. That's what the research says. So I believe now she is finally realizing that actually I did not want this for my life. But here is what's going to happen. Her exit is not going to be simple. It's not going to be easy, We have to consider the fact that Ned is a politician, a well-known public figure. He's a billionaire, so he has a lot of money. Now, here's what's going to happen if Regina tries to leave. This man can end her career in a blink of an eye. He can just end her career just like this. Snapping of fingers, he just can end her career like that, How would he be able to do that? Blacklisting her. This man is well known, has influence. Obviously, he has dominance. When he has money, he can buy anything. So he can blacklist her career just like that. So there's no like, oh, but she has talent. Talent means nothing when you are faced an opponent, when you are face to face with an opponent who is very influential. So money talks. When you have money, you have power. So this man can just blacklist her. And if she tries to leave, that's what's going to happen. So how is she going to be able to sustain herself and her kids? Now you see, what I mentioned on my part 1 is that these men are calculated grown men. They're not old. They are old for a reason. So they know that something like this is going to happen. Hence the reason why they don't even write these young wives of theirs when it comes to their wills. Their will. He's going to mention you in petty things, but not the real wealth. He's not going to mention you. He's not going to write your name down, because he sees when he's old that, okay, fine, I'm 59 years old and I'm marrying this young girl. She's obviously 19. What if I die tomorrow? What will happen to my wealth? Because she's young and she might want to move on with her life and find herself another man. Therefore, she will be taking my wealth that I built for years with sweat and tears, and she will take all of this wealth and go with my wealth to another family and share my wealth there. So that's the reason why they don't write these young wives of theirs in their wealth to inherit it. They write their kids, because in that way the wealth is secured and safe. Even the house that he buys for her, I honestly believe that 1 or 2 of those houses that he buys for Regina, it's in her name, but the rest of the houses are in his name, as well as the cars. So these men are very calculated. They know what they're doing. So this is what you should consider as a young girl when you are thinking of getting married to a wealthy man. Consider these things. What if, let's say, one day things go south and you want to leave? How are you going to leave? Because this person has you at the palm of his hand. He will not point a gun to you and say, come back. You will come back kneeling down and crying to him. They know what they are doing. They know how this is going to end. And they make sure that they secure the end before it even begins. And now she is realizing all these things, and there's no turning back for her. Unfortunately, this is the bed she made for herself, and she has to lie on it. She can't leave. She has 2 kids. If she dares to leave, How is she going to take care of these kids? So that is what you should also consider. Young girls, women in general, consider these things. If you want a wealthy man, consider a full package. I know there is no woman out here who's saying, I just want to get married to a poor man. No. It is a good thing to want what's best for you. But also consider that there are different types of wealthy men, rich men. There's a man who's rich, has all the money in the world, but is a very cruel and heartless man. And when he goes to the public, he's an angel. But he comes back home to you and emotionally abuses you until you get to your breaking point. You are slowly losing your edges, and he is glowing like nothing happened. So consider a full package when it comes to men. Also be very selective who you choose as a partner to be your partner. Don't just choose anyone. Oh, he's wealthy, he has money, I'm just going after that. Money is not your source of happiness. Money is not going to bring you happiness. Look at Regina. She has all the money, the cars, the houses, everything. Money is not going to bring you happiness. But it is the man who loves you, cares for you. When it comes like that, you are going to be happy. Money is not going to heal the emotional damage that this man does to you. Money is not going to be able to perform that. So money can go far, but not so far. Money can buy you things, but it cannot buy you happiness. So you really have to be honest with yourself. Is this what you want for your life? If things go south, what are you going to do? So really consider that when you are getting into the dating space. Consider your happiness, your peace. It should come in a full package with a man who has money, or yourself having money. But we are just speaking on this perspective of choosing a lifetime partner. Choose a lifetime partner who has all the resources, who has love, respect, everything that you want and desire as a woman, who also respects and loves you wholeheartedly, and who loves to see you at peace. That's a full package. He has money and he loves to see you at peace. That's a full package right there. So young girls, don't make decisions just out of like you are wanting a shortcuts to get where you want. That's not how life works. So be wise as a serpent and be humble as a dove. That's it for today, guys. Please let me know what you think in the comment section.